Yeah, so we're gonna get started, and Idyllwild's a really cool town, and getting started around 8:30 a.m. a little later than I wanted to, but the whole not having my adventure pass and then realizing that I don't need it costing us a little time. My bag's pretty light. I think I'm under 20 pounds, and I'll stop for lunch probably on the way, and you know, I'll probably be really tired because I've been up since about 5. So heading out now. It's about 41 degrees right now, so could be pretty chilly tonight.
So I'm not even at a mile and the altitude's already starting to hit. I've been on some switchbacks so far that are, oh my God, pretty aggressive. And I'm expecting some soul crushers, like when I get out on a ridge and I see that I have a lot more to go than I thought. So it's kind of flattened out for a little while, but I think I see at least the start of the peak of where I'm going. Is far. Just broke 2 miles, and boy, it's really tough how the altitude is affecting me. My head is already starting to pound, so approaching Strawberry Junction camp. This is not my camp. This is really only about 4 miles in, and I gotta tell you, well, first of all, there's a post right there for the PCT, so we are officially on the PCT right now. There's another one up there. I don't know if you can see it. Looks like all the badges have been stolen, which kind of sucks, but oh man, camping at Little Round Valley. We're about 4.5 miles, and it is slow going right now. We're just doing the 1 foot in front of the other kind of thing, because this altitude is just killing me. Let me check the altitude real quick. Oh my God. There's been a, man, I start every clip with so, but I'm on a pretty flat spot in the trail, which is really enjoyable right now, and a great break. And it's pretty interesting back here. No fires are allowed, so tonight it's just going to be me and the hot toddy keeping myself warm. I got a couple of hand warmers, so hopefully that'll be sufficient in this. What I'm guessing is going to be a 35-degree night with 28-degree wind chill. I'm going to stop for lunch pretty soon, probably around 12:30. Like I said, the going has been pretty slow, mostly due to the altitude and my lack of preparation for it. But wow, look at this, an open valley. This is definitely a cool spot, though. I would highly recommend this. And hopefully we're back. We're coming up on a junction, I hope, which is where I will have my lunch. So we're approaching what I think is a junction, because I see a couple signs. So we'll see what the deal is.
Resuming workout.
Deer Springs PCT.
Pausing workout.
Shit. Marion Mountain Trail. I'm gonna just keep going this way.
Resuming workout.
Okay. I think I see something that's like promising up here. It says Little Round Valley, 1.5 miles. Okay. Stopped here to have a little lunch. You know, it's getting pretty cold. It's probably in the I'm just wearing like a t-shirt kind of thing. But it's probably in the like the high 40s right now. And tonight it'll definitely be in the 30s, but this trail has just been, aside from the fact the altitude is just really affecting me negatively. I mean, I feel my head just feels really tight, and I've had kind of like been on the verge of a headache the whole time. But
other than that, everything's great.
At this point, I'm needing to rest probably every like 300 or 400 yards. Wow, look at that body of water out there. I don't really know what that is. But, and then you see some crazy peaks over there behind that tree. We've come up quite a ways. I'm guessing we're at like over 9,000 at this point. I have all that to go. You can't even see the where the tree line ends, which is going to be another soul crushing blow. This last mile and a half has been absolutely brutal. It's just been switchback after switchback. And then the path has been incredibly hard to follow. I'm following cairns right now, like those little stacks of stones. I don't know if you can see one way up there. I just ran across running water. This is pretty much the only running water I've seen this entire day. Contemplating on whether to fill up a bag here, but it's just like the route is so unbearable, and adding just the thought of adding more weight to it right now. Oh man, I really can't wrap my head around that right now. So what I think I'm gonna do, just get up to the campsite, hope that there's water there. If there's not, I really only have to get up about a mile and like 1.3 miles tomorrow morning to get to the summit, and then it's gonna be all downhill. So it would be really nice if there was water up there, but I'm not banking on it. 9,600 feet. I really hope to God that I haven't somehow missed the Little Round Valley campground. I've been doing some absolutely horrible switchbacks. This is my path. I hope to God the campsite is like in the next 10 minutes. Yeah. Finally made it to Little Round Valley. This is where we're gonna stay tonight. I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm not gonna go up to the summit tonight. I don't have it in me. And I know everybody is gonna say, man, dude, it was only 8 miles, but oh man. Oh yeah, Highway 243, that's where I started. It was only 8 miles, but you gotta understand, I think we started at 5,500 feet, I'll have to check, but this is, I didn't give my body any time to acclimate or acclimatize or to the altitude. And I know just from my personal history, I do not do well with altitude. So, I mean, right now I'm thinking I'm just gonna like drop to the ground and fall asleep. I'm gonna camp here at Junction Flats because there's a number of reasons. Usually I like a little bit more cover, but there's gonna be insane stars tonight, so having that right in the open should be cool, and I should be able to open up my tent and just look at it, so that should be sweet. Secondly, it's the last campsite on the trail before you get back to the trail marker, which means that it's less to walk in the morning, and I think that's it. Oh, it looks pretty flat too. So I've got my camp all set, and it's gonna be pretty cold tonight, but gonna heat up some tea now with a little whiskey and enjoy the night and wait for the scars to come out. Home sweet home. I'm
not really sure what the actual temperature is right now, but my water did freeze, so it's cold enough for that. So I'm doing a lot better now. I have some coffee, had some breakfast. I'm gonna chill out here for a little while and then hit that summit. There's my stove. It's just a cat food can with denatured alcohol in it, and with about 3 or 4 tablespoons of that denatured alcohol, it'll go for about 10 minutes. That's how I do my coffee and my sausage this morning. So it's about the lightest option you can possibly have. So it's about 8:40 in the morning. Finally packed up. There's the campsite. Leave no trace, right? The pros and the cons of what I'm about to do is, the cons are I have very little water, and the water that I do have is frozen. I've probably got about 1/4 of a liter in my Camelback, but I'm hoping that we'll pass another mountain stream or something and I can collect there. I'm regretting not taking the water from that stream that we passed on the way up. Remember that stream? And now the other bad thing is I have 1.5 miles straight uphill. It's getting very hard to follow the trail right now because it's just a mass of like boulders and stuff. But every once in a while you'll see like a little trail marker, or there's a little cairn. Hopefully those keep up. I'm still climbing my way up. It's still very cold. The situation right now is I just took a poop. It was very cold. I'm not able to pee right now because I'm so dehydrated. I'm not able to drink any water because my water that I do have, the very little that I do have, is frozen. The switchbacks are getting steeper and steeper, but I think I see the top of the mountain, so finally made it to the peak, but I still have another 0.3 miles 0.3 to go, and from what I've read, it's mostly just a scramble with not a lot of trails, but I'm doing okay. The great thing is, on this hike, my feet are not in pain. This 0.3 miles is taking me like another half hour, but I did notice something pretty cool coming up. It's an emergency shelter. I don't know if you can see it up there. The door is actually open. Let's go check it out. Here we are at the San Jacinto Peak Shelter. This was built in 1933. What I read about it was part of the New Deal. There was a bunch of like conservancy stuff going on, and there's actually a very similar hut to this at the top of Mount Whitney as well. But you can see inside. We've got, let's see, 4 bunks. Oh. Some sleds, and then people leave emergency stuff here. I don't know if I'm hearing mice in here. I don't think I would want to stay in here, but yeah, they've got you can leave extra stuff. Oh my god, water. To whoever brought this is unbelievable. So I guess it was an emergency shelter for me. Yeah, you're supposed to leave it better than when you came, so I left some coffee in the emergency thing, and then the door was open, so close that, keep the mice out. But man, talk about a sick view. The thing that's a bummer about this place is you can stay here if you want, but there's no fires, of course, in San Jacinto, so it's significantly colder up here now, and it's super windy. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is blustery. Almost to the top, but man, the view's already outstanding. Holy shit, it is so fucking windy up here and cold. 1,834 feet, second highest peak in California. I am absolutely all alone. It's pretty insane up here. Just gotta watch my foot. It's basically just boulders up here. These views are spectacular. Wow. Well, thanks for joining me on this journey. Now we just gotta walk 10 miles back down. Okay, did a little peak bagging. Not to sound like a douche, but we did literally do that. On the way down, we're gonna take a different route, which is hence why it's a loop. So we're gonna, the only two ways to get up here really is the way we came up and then the tram. And the tram runs from Palm Springs. So we'll probably pass some people. I don't know, I haven't seen a single soul this entire time. I hope to God this is the trail to the Wellman Divide. It seems like I'm not going the right direction, but I'm following the route, so we're just hoping it's pretty significant single track, and it's pretty steep. On our way down, the deal right now is to just keep moving. The advantage we have to going downhill is I don't have to stop like every 100 feet to catch my breath, hopefully. The only thing is, it is still a little tiring because the trail is not very smooth, but I'm thinking that if we drop down another 1,000 feet or so, it'll become more of just regular single track rather than all this craggly stuff. Continuing down, it's really amazing how like desolate the desert is. It just keeps going. We gotta do this. Looks like we're back on the PCT. I guess they don't do the emblems anymore, they just like emboss it. Alright, I really can't take any more uphills. What is up with there being another frickin' uphill? How is that even possible? I'm at Strawberry Junction campground. There's actually a portalet. But that means that I'm only 3.8 miles to go. And I have no water at all. I'm starting to get a headache, and this time, so it's funny, I get a headache from altitude, and then on the way down I get a headache from dehydration. But when I get to Idyllwild, I'm gonna look up the biggest, juiciest burger in Idyllwild and go straight there. We're here exiting Strawberry Junction. The only problem is I know we need to get to the Deer Springs Trail, but that is not very well marked. I don't really... Was it part of this? I don't know. Right down there, I just saw a huge buck. Fucking humongous. But he ran off because I was listening to a stupid fantasy football podcast. Anyway, if I see him again, you'll see him too. You can see the deer. That's not a buck. That's just a regular deer. A doe. Oh, is there another one? Yeah, there's two. Looking right at me. Crazy, dude. Well, I gotta keep going, so. Oh, it's a mama and her. And a little, oh, 3 of them. Wow. Some dude that was just like hiking the trail, he was coming up from Deer Spring trailhead, so that in itself is a victory. Means I'm headed the right way, and he said it's only a mile away. So my feet are a little worse for the wear. Oh, you know what's right behind this curve right here? I don't know if you can see it. It's the road.
It's the road. Okay. Where's my car? Oh, my car's there. Thank God.